If you are a Christian and you are not using social media for sharing the gospel, let me tell you, you are missing out on a big opportunity to save the lost. You see, we don't live in the same world exactly like Jesus did, because when he wanted to share the gospel, he couldn't take his phone or have an internet connection to record a video and post it on his Facebook profile or YouTube channel. He had to go to that place, many times just walking because there were no cars, just animals. Now we live in the world when we can preach the gospel really quickly through social media. And you see, Jesus even said that we need to cast the nets into the deep. And he said that he will make us a fisherman of men. So it means if you want to catch the fish, you need to go to place where the fish is. And if you want to catch a lot of fish, you need to go to place where there is a lot of fish gathered. So you see, if you want to be really efficient in sharing the gospel, I believe including social media into your ministry or into your life is very important. Average person spends at least 2.5 hours on their phone, on their social media, scrolling. That's a lot of time. And even studies say that average person spends at least 6 hours a day on internet, reading emails and doing stuff on the internet. So we can see that there is a lot of focus and a lot of people is online. So if we want to reach those people, maybe who we wouldn't ever met, or we wouldn't be able to speak to thousands of people just like that, this is our opportunity. And I believe that we as Christians should be using more of social media, because what I see, at least in Slovakia, that there is a lot of witchcraft, a lot of bad things promoting on social media, but not enough Jesus Christ. So just imagine if just you would just record video like you are, like without fancy camera, just what you have, and just would post it. How many people could see it just through your Facebook profile, through your social media, through your email contacts? You would just send it as an email or through Messenger or WhatsApp. How many people would it reach? Your one testimony, you record it in 1 minute and you send it maybe to 1,000 people. That's really effective. And imagine what would happen if not just you, but whole church where you go would do it. One person, unbeliever, would open their Facebook profile one day and they would see, oh, Peter just posted his testimony. That's strange, I didn't know he was Christian. Oh, Veronica posted testimony of Jesus again? So there is like so many Christians. Imagine what would happen to normal people just seeing their normal Facebook feed filled up with friends who are just sharing the gospel. They would be like, what happened to them? And not just one church, imagine everyone who says they are born again Christian, they love Jesus, that they have personal relationship with him. What would happen if those people would record at least one video, one testimony how Jesus changed their life? I believe this would be really big revival and revolution, because it wouldn't be like 100, but it would be thousands, 10,000s, even maybe millions of videos just like this on internet about Jesus Christ. And I'm just talking about people who are not committed to do it full time or have it as a part of their ministry. Just one time do it. Like you are mom, you have 5 kids, you have a lot of things to do, and there are other things you are taking care of. You are not in position where you want to take social media seriously, and that's okay. But if you would do just this one video, it could bring a really big impact. If you say that you don't believe that sharing the gospel online could bring fruit and could be effective, that we need to do it offline, I would say I disagree with you. I am a really good example of it. I am here sitting as a person who got saved through watching YouTube video. Really, I got saved through watching YouTube video. And I know many people who got saved through TikToks, Instagram Reels, through YouTube channel. So it's effective, it works. I don't say it should be the only way how we make disciples. Of course, there is a need of communion, of relationships, of church, but I believe like social media can really help us to move God's kingdom forward. For example, through social media, you can, to some degree, of course, just make disciples. You can put their educational content, explain them things from the Bible, like basics, not just the gospel. Then you can encourage them. You can even minister to people through online. For example, for me, many people write me every day DMs wanting prayer for healing, for deliverance, or they have just some need they need a prayer for. And I just send them a voice message praying for them for their need. And let me tell you, many times people are healed, people are delivered, and many times people are just touched by love of God, that somebody cared for them, that somebody prayed for them, and they experience a little bit of God's presence, and it made them to study the Bible and then eventually come to church. You can make content, and through that content then invite them to your event, to your church, to gathering, or to coffee, just to sit and talk about God if they have questions. So now I believe that you see that online ministry and social media can actually help and support your offline ministry. This is really on my heart, so that we as Christians would see this is like a big opportunity we are many times just missing out, and just to encourage you to at least record one video of your testimony, how you came to faith, how Jesus saved your life, and maybe even 2 videos, because you know at least 2 topics. Even if you got saved today, you know 2 things. You know the gospel, because without it you couldn't be saved. And the second thing, your testimony, because it's your testimony, so you know it. So there are at least 2 videos you can record without being committed to social media. And again, I'm saying you don't need to be videographer, you don't need to do any post-production and have special lights and cameras and microphones. Use just your phone. It will be enough. God can use it for His glory.